Hi, welcome to Neppy Invest. Another Appendix 4C video right now as these quarterly cash flow statements are starting to come in a little bit more of a flood. Probably wouldn't say it's a flood right yet because I think we've only seen maybe 10 or 11 drop today. And when we get to the last day or last trading day of the month, they're going to come in about 10 or 11 per minute almost. That's a slight exaggeration. But one company that did release their Appendix 4C today was Pointerra. I've already done a video on this company. They have been a market darling the last few months. We've seen the share price rise quite a lot, and they do have a market cap of around 300 million. So does today's October 2020 Appendix 4C justify the market value of the company? Let's have a look. So this is the cash flows from operating activities. So this is the two main things I look at here are receipts from customers, and right at the bottom there, we do see if they are operating cash flow positive or negative. In this case, because we've got the brackets around it, that means they are negative. So receipts have gone down a little bit from the last quarter. That's not always a bad thing, but that's always a concern that the market is going to look at that and punish the company because of that. And they were also cash flow positive the previous quarter in operations, and they are now cash flow negative in operations. So let's have a look at the history of their cash receipts through the last few years. We do see a general uptrend, but it's not a straight line uptrend. We do see little peaks in the cash receipts, just like we saw in April 19, and maybe even July 20 might have been a little bit of a peak. I have a feeling this is going to increase quite substantially in the next few years just because of the ACV, or the annual contract value they do have on hand, which seems to be increasing by quite a bit, and I'll get into that in the next slide. So a general uptrend here. Probably the only concern is based off the market cap, you would expect maybe a little bit more, or if not a little bit more, you'd expect significant growth in the future. So they are what I would refer to as being priced to perfection. They can't drop the ball in the next few years, or we're going to see the share price be punished. So a few things they mentioned they released two announcements today. So there was a 4C announcement and then sort of an update in operations announcement. So some of the little good quotes I've seen here is, see, look, it seems like US utilities and mapping is getting most of the growth out of the company. So they saw 72% of growth in those two sectors. The ACV, which is the annual contract value, is at 4.93 million US dollars. And the growth there was pretty significant over the last month and over the last few months. They did say July 30, but I'm wondering if that's supposed to be June 30. So 0.95 in 1 month since September 1st. And they did say since July 30, that ACV has grown has grown 2.06 million. This is a graph they had in the second announcement, the operations update. And the most important thing here is we can see a substantial increase between quarter 4 financial year 20 and quarter 1 financial year 21 from 2.87 to 4.93 ACV. So that's the main thing. And just because of this, we should expect to see the cash receipts in the next few quarters start to really increase from 0.6. So if I was a holder, I wouldn't be rushing out to sell right now. But because I'm not a holder, I'm not rushing to buy in either. So the market didn't take too kindly, but I've seen other companies being punished much more severely than Pointerra was today. So only down 7.22% today to 45 cents. And the chart just does show a little bit of weakness in the share price. We did reach a peak in late September towards, I think it was 66 cents or so. And we've seen the share price go down. A little bit concerned. It's almost, you could almost call this head and shoulders almost, but looks like we did have a lower high, which is not always a good sign. So usually that could be indicating a reverse in the trend. And if we see a lower low, that would be another sign we could be seeing a reverse in the trend. So a lower low would be, look at my mouse here. So if it goes below this level here, which is about 43 or 44 cents. So if we see the share price drop over the next few days to about 40 cents, that should be quite bearish. And 40 cents in itself is a line of, or a price of support. And if it goes below that, that's even more bearish. So at the moment, I'm not seeing any indications to buy in this chart. In fact, there is possibilities we might see some weakness in the share price going forward for the short term anyway. So that's all I have on Pointerra's Appendix 4C for this quarter. And I think there are some positive signs in this. The market didn't take too kindly to it, but I think there are some positive signs moving forward. The only concern for me is the market cap or valuation is quite lofty for a company that not only has $600,000 in cash receipts in one quarter. So that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions, leave below. And I'm going to do a few more videos because those Appendix 4Cs are dropping like cake. And I love quarterly cash flow reports. That's why I'm doing videos on them. So if you have any requests for me to do an Appendix 4C that I haven't done, just leave it in the comments and I'll hope to do that. Have a good day. Bye.